A crown, high heels and evening gowns galore, Victoria Graham looks every bit the beauty queen. But it's not as simple or easy as it looks. Graham has a severe genetic disorder. She has had 11 operations on her brain and spine. She has a 60-centimeter scar on her back and has to take up to 40 pills every day to make it through.
And I have to set alarms on my phone to remember to do so, or else I'll end up in a lot of pain, or passed out on the ground, or paralyzed.
The rare incurable disorder she suffers from is called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS. It causes people to lose control of their joints.
They mostly have a lot of pain. Almost all their joints hurt constantly, 24/7. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what components do you have. Is it just hypermobility with a connective tissue disorder, or do they have neck instability that actually would require maybe a surgical interventions?
But pain never stopped Victoria from fulfilling her dream of becoming a beauty queen. In 2016, she was named Miss White Oak. A year later, Miss Frostbrook. Victoria says she has never attempted to hide her scars.
I feel like when I'm able to stand on stage and say, hey, I have an invisible illness, or I am disabled, I'm able to speak out for other people and say, we are beautiful. We are whole and complete and perfect in and of ourselves.
She first experienced back pain when she fell from parallel bars at 10. Victoria says doctors could not find anything wrong with her.
One of the hardest times was we went to one doctor and her regular doctor, and her doctor said, I need to take her to another room. And they started asking her questions like, are you happy? And do you have friends? And are you sure you want to do gymnastics? And essentially accusing her of either having depression, or she just was trying to manipulate us into not doing gymnastics anymore.
It took 3 years and a attentive physical therapist before Victoria was taken to a geneticist and finally got diagnosis hereditary EDS. Victoria's mom also had EDS, and so did her grandmother. It just was not as aggressive.
Well, you know, it's interesting because when she was finally diagnosed, it was actually a happy day for us.
By the time she was 19, Victoria could barely study. Her memory was failing, her neck could not support the school, and she agreed to have surgery. Doctors essentially fused her cranial vertebrae together. Today, Victoria cannot move her neck or turn her head, yet it has not stopped her from participating in beauty pageants and raising awareness about her condition, invisible to the naked eye.
There's a photographer who's actually right here in DC. He asked if I had had pageant headshots done, and I said, well, no, I had emergency surgery and missed the deadline. So he said, well, step in front of my camera. And I went to go take my neck brace off, and he said, no, 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 keep it on. And I just thought in that moment, oh my goodness, this man is out of his mind. But when I got the pictures a couple weeks later, I looked at them, and it was the first time I saw a photo of myself, and I felt beautiful.
She founded the Zebra Foundation to raise awareness about EDS and show those who suffer from it that life can and should go on.
I have to make choices. Every day when you get up, you have to make a choice if you're going to let the obstacles in your life define you, or if you're going to try and rise above them. It's not easy, and there's a price for everything that you do, but I've made the choice today to stand in this gorgeous gown because I want to show that it's possible to do these things.
Anush Avetisyan, VOA News, Manchester, Maryland.